Yo guys, what's up, it's Krypz, and today I'm going to be showing you all how you can make a Taken Hunter. Now the aim with this set was to make the Hunter look Taken without needing the Tincture of Queen's Foil, which if you don't know is a timed consumable from the Dreaming City which makes your character look Taken. So if you do like this set, then please drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel, and without further delay, it's time we get straight into the set. So this is my entire Taken Hunter set. Now I will show alternative pieces and shaders towards the end of the video, so I will leave a timestamp on screen if you want to skip ahead. Now anyways, when comparing my set to Taken, you can see that I haven't gone with like white towards the bottom leading up to a black. The reason why I haven't gone with that sort of look is because it's actually really difficult to create. There's no shaders in the game that create like a white to black gradient, so instead I went for a nice white and black look with a nice glow on the helmet to make it somewhat resemble Taken. Now anyways, moving into the pieces I used, the helmet is the Holdfast mask. Now this was from the season of arrivals, and the shader I chose to pair with this is Dead Orbit Camo, but unfortunately this shader is no longer obtainable. Now the reason why I went with this shader was to pretty much get a darker look with a nice white glow, although you will find that you could create this same sort of look with shaders like Jacarina. Then as for the arms, with the Shards of Galanor with the Deathwish ornament. Now this was recently sold in the Brighter store, although as of right now you can only get this for silver, and the shader you want to use here is Dead Orbit's Fate, which is another shader from the faction rally and is unfortunately no longer obtainable, although I did find the Boreal Chart is a fantastic alternative for a Taken look. This is arguably better than the shader I was using. The only reason why I didn't use it in this set is because it has a bit of a greenish look and was quite difficult to pair with these other pieces, although I will show an alternative set with this shader later in the video. Then as for the chest plate, we have the Dragonfly Regalia vest from the Eververse archive, and again the shader we're using is Dead Orbit's Fate, and the patternings as well as the weird shaders really suit a Taken look. Then as for the boots, we're using a Wing Contender. Now this set was sold a couple of weeks ago from Yahr, although we can see him return this set at some point in the future. And the shade you want to use here is Monochromatic, which is from the shader bundle in the Eververse archive. Now I know it isn't the best fit in terms of textures for this chest plate, although I did find in terms of shadering it did suit pretty well with this look. And then as for the cloak, I used the Scorched Hunter cloak from the Red War. Now I wanted to go with something quite torn as is a Taken look, although the only issue with this cloak is that you can't get a perfect black, and there is also some blue, although this does match a bit with the Taken colours. And the shader I used here is Abyssinian Gold, which can sometimes be sold in the Brighter store. Now I was originally opting for the Solstice Cloak Rekindled, although I think it's mainly going to be down to personal preference, as I could see some people wanting to use the Refugee Cloak. And finally, as for the other cosmetics, I chose to use the Thorn with the For the Kin ornament, and you can get this ornament from the Eververse right now. Now I also went and paired this set with the Fetid Shell with Boreal Char from the Festival of the Lost, which helps the glow of the ghost shell match with the bluish glow coming off the Thorn. Now I know some of you are going to ask why I'm not using the Harbiger's Echo Sparrow, and this is because I have not destroyed all 40 of the corrupted eggs, so instead I chose to use the Winchester's Ruin with Jacarina, as it has a hive look to it and it goes a nice white and black. So if any of you don't have the Harbiger's Echo yet, then I think this is a great alternative. And then for the ship, I chose the 1000 Wings, which was from the Whisper secret mission and is unfortunately no longer obtainable. And something I'd recommend using with your ship is the Taken Arrival Transmat effect, which will help match with the Taken look even more. Now I'm going to be showing you all some alternative armor pieces and shaders you can use. Start off with a shader you all can use right now, and this is Monochromatic. Now this shader is from the shader bundle in the Eververse archive, and this will only cost you Glimmer. Although it adds more white than black, it is still a great alternative shader. Now if you're newer to the game, you may not have this cloak, so I would instead recommend the Cloak of Reverie Dawn, and the Shattered Throne dungeon has a good chance to drop these pieces. Now I also found Jacarina's look pretty good with the Holdfast vest as well as the Pathfinder boots, although it's more of like a techie sort of Taken look. And the great thing about these boots is that they drop from Umbral engrams and are also great for like a blackout look. Now if you don't want to use the exotic arms, then I found Wing Contender to be a great replacement. With Monochromatic, I found it to pair really well with the Dragonfly ornament, and for any of you which don't have the Holdfast helm, then I would also recommend the Pathfinder helmet. This works pretty well with the set and also incorporates that white glow. And as well as Monochromatic, you can also use Boreal Char. Now with this shader, I would switch out the chest plate for Empyrean Cator Cartographer, or you could also use the Imperial Cartographer boots. The best part about using a shader with this look though is how it affects the exotic ornament. As you can see with the Deathwish ornament, it creates this taken effect on the blades. So unfortunately, if you don't have this ornament, then I would not recommend this. But yeah, that's pretty much the best way I found to make a taken hunter set. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and if you want to see me make one for the Warlock as well as the Titan. But yeah, go ahead and join the Discord if you haven't already. And again, a massive thank you to everyone who joined the Krypz fashion crew. I really appreciate you all becoming a YouTube member. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.